Hello girls and guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be part 2 on the GTA. So a little bit of history on the car. We've had it for a while. It's a 2003. Where is she? She's all looking pretty and clean outside. So it's 2003 147 GTA. There's not many left. They're quite nice. I say there's not many left. Got one on my ramp up there, but you know. So what happened to it? How did it get to this situation? So it's my wife's car. Good taste. Took it to Spa, had a wicked weekend with it, and when it come home we started to notice that it developed a little bit of a thirst for oil. Turns out the valve stem oil seal started to fail, so I was like, well, engine's got to come out. It was approaching 4 years on the cam belt as well, so we knew that needed to be done, and it started that very distinctive cam belt tick that you hear, well, if you haven't heard it. But it's basically you can get a tick from the cam belt, from the tensioner, which means it needs replacing. So I knew I was preparing for failure, basically. Prepare for failure, and then you can only be surprised on how bad it is. So that was going to be the case. Unfortunately, plans didn't go to plan. It actually broke down on me. Well, it didn't break down. The timing moved ever so slightly. It jumped a tooth and just ran terribly. Got it recovered back here and prepared 7 years ago to rebuild it. That's 7 years because we've been very, very busy in that time. The plan is to make the car as clean as we can again. Like, I've got quite a lot planned for it. New suspension, full engine rebuild, which you're about to see, and pieced it together as best as I can from memory. So what you're going to see now is the engine stage of the car. When we first started it, we actually did this in lockdown, the first lockdown, COVID lockdown, which gave me enough time to strip it all down, get the engine to bits, get everything done and reassemble it. We're still on the quest for parts, so that's gonna go. So what I'm gonna do now is show you the engine. Well, I'm gonna show you the photo guide. Now, unfortunately, people, this is gonna be a photo montage of all the work done, mainly because at the time, we didn't actually do any social media, so I just took pictures from my own catalogue, which was brilliant, because now you get to see the photo montage. Well, this is how it sat for 7 years, basically. Now we're moving forward from that. We eventually got it in over lockdown and we started stripping it down. Now we literally bagged and tagged everything. They may have rubbed off, but we'll see. But eventually, engine out, chucked it outside, whipped an engine on the stand, and before you know it, we started stripping that engine down to find out exactly what had gone wrong. We knew it had a serious drinking problem with oil, and we knew it was the valve stem oil seals caused by mainly beating it around Spa when we took it there. Also had time and tensioner tick, so we wanted to make sure valves were okay and stuff like that. So we stripped it. Well, before we stripped it, we locked it with the correct timing tools. Timing was slightly out, but that was because of it had timing tick, and we knew it was going to happen. So from there, we removed the heads, and we were met with just filth everywhere. It was in a bad way. I'm not gonna lie. It was in a real nasty way. Sump off, checking everything, remove the pistons, remove the liners, check the condition of them, and then we were met with that sludge. Absolutely nasty. Whipped the water pump off. We had to address a snap bolt there. Then started cleaning the block up, and I was actually quite pleasantly surprised. So from there, we chucked the cylinder heads in the car, brought them over to drive a headline in Milton Keynes, where they did this. They stripped all the cylinder heads, rebuilt them all. I mean, if I'm honest, it's not something that I'd want to do. I haven't done it in a long time, and I don't need to. Then we worked on sorting out the snap bolt. So we drilled it out, retapped it, very nice. Then we moved on to serious cleaning. We had to clean everything before it got blasted and powder coated. The state of the liners was nasty, and the pistons as well. And this was hours of cleaning. I cannot stress to you how much time was involved in this. What you're seeing here is actually all the debris from the ringland, from where the rings sit inside the pistons. Scraped all of that crap and sediment out, and then the finished product. Very clean pistons. Can't remember what I used. I think it was petrol, toothbrush, and thyme. Then we just matched all the pistons up with the liners. They were all labelled and kept correct, so nothing got mixed up. Nice little arty-farty photo for no reason at all. And then obviously all the piston rings arrived for the pistons. Lovely. Gave the cylinder, the liners a quick little hone. Got that all good, and then got it ready to start assembling. On this phone we had to get new piston line seals. We managed to source them from a place in Bournemouth, Loz. Brought the block outside for one more clean, and then got building. So now we're in the build phase. So we used a lot of like graphics stuff for the bearings, fitted the pistons with the liners on, new obviously Conrod bearings, new head gaskets, everything. Obviously made sure the studs were all good, and then we whacked on the new, oh not new, the Recon cylinder heads. Obviously at this point everything's immaculate. We're just preparing for some new seals and gaskets that we managed to buy original. And after that, we flipped the engine upside down, checked the oil pump chain, made sure everything's good, ready to fit the sump. Some new knock sensors that sit in the middle of the V, they've gone on. Oil filter housings on, and then new seals. If you look there, we've just had the center pipe powder coated, and I'm just fitting new seals all to them. And of course, when you're doing that, using a pick, and you slip and cut your finger up really, really nicely. Old seals were absolute trash. Just launched them straight in the bin. They were done. They just snapped in half. And then we fitted the sump, a bit of gasket sealant on there. Well, I used a lot actually because I don't want any oil leaks any time soon. So sump's fitted at this point, and now the engine is essentially not ready to go in, but it's ready for cams, tappets, and blah 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 blah. May have missed a lot of stuff here, but the main thing is the engine's built. Every now and then I give it a little turn over to make sure it's going to be okay, just turn it by hand. And now we're going to move on to all the other stuff that we've got lying around, and there's a lot. So now you've seen the engine build and where we're at now. So this is where we're at. So you've seen the last two pictures, got the oil filter housing on. The sump was powder coated. It is dusty. I've got a new sump nut, by the way. We just did that so nothing went in the threads. Made sure everything's all well and good. The water pump's on, everything's there. We are happy. On occasion I turn it around, but you can see from the sump, I asked them, oh, it's so dirty, man, it needs another clean. I did ask for silver, but they did this colour. And after speaking to a friend of mine, Nikos, he did say silver is a very, very difficult colour sometimes, and it can come out looking like that. So the sump was cleaned by hand and then blasted and powder coated. This was brand new in the pictures, just incredibly dusty. This again, powder coated, incredibly dusty. And we had the black pipe in the centre, powder coated as well. As you can see, new head gaskets, good Magnum Morelli metal water pump. Everything's been paint marked and everything like that. And she is nearly ready. Obviously, the new knock sensors that we put in there. She is looking lovely. She's looking unloved. It needs a bloody good blowout and a good clean. I do have it covered normally. I've just taken the cover off for this part of the video. Still need to replace the seal here. And that's how she is looking. Now, where's the rest of the car? Should show you that. Well, there is the gearbox with about 30 inches of dust on it. I've got a new sensor here. This all needs to be cleaned up and everything like that. But of course it does actually have the Q2 diff. Still got engine mount bracket that needs removing and shot blasting and cleaning up. And we've got a new lower engine mount to go as well. So that lives under the stairs. So there's the gearbox. Welcome to 147 GTA Meccano set. So we've still got original airbox, plenum, ECU. I've just got that out for photo purposes. The metal plates underneath. The manifold cats, we're going to be doing something with them soon. Drive shafts, everything's here. Everything bagged and tagged. Horrendous amounts of stuff here. Horrendous. Not actually quite sure where most of this goes, but we're going to find out. So that's everything there. Aircon compressor. So this is how that looks. Not ideal. So just notice the rocker covers, thermostat. This is all ready to go to powder coat. So I'm starting to make a pile of stuff for powder coat. New boot struts. Believe it or not, the tappets are in there. They've been there a while. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff just in and around this place. And of course, lastly, you're not going to be able to actually see them, but they're the 4 wheels. I mean, they were just on some cheap tyres for now. Well, they were on cheap tyres when it was running, just because we knew that it wasn't going to be long till this car come off the road. There you have it. There's the whole car in pieces. So now, we've had more stuff arrive since that part. This isn't actually going to be me doing any work. This is mainly just me talking to you people. So what we've had arrive, new shock absorbers, top mounts, front and rear. We're going to go with a shock IBAC spring, a little bit of a lowering spring. Just want it to come down a little bit, just to reduce the arch gap. And then we're going for an OEM Plus look on the car. Try and keep it standard-ish, but just with some subtle upgrades, like some power flex bushes here and there. Just have it a little bit more fruity, a little bit more spicy than a standard car. Just to enhance the drive. Believe it or not, we actually do have a 147 GT on the ramp behind us. We're also going for a anthracite wheel, just like this one here, but we're still going to keep the 305mm Brembos because that's what it come out with the factory. I would like the 330 upgrade, but I'm not using the car for track. I might take it on track once or twice if I feel brave, but it's mainly just going to stay as a standard garage queen, I think. So that's where we're at with this video. Didn't actually turn a spanner. I did previously, but I'm sorry it's a slideshow. And again, I apologize for the voiceover. First time I've ever done it. It may sound horrible. If it does, I am sorry. But the next one should be me actually turning a spanner on the GTA, starting to remove bits, getting them over to the powder coaters and stuff like that. And we're starting to move now. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't as painful as I think it will be. And like, subscribe, stick around, because we're going to do a lot more. And just to warm me up, my next job is, where is it? Is the cam belt on this GTA. And there's actually, of course, as me, another issue that we come across before it even got to me. So look out for that video next. Like and subscribe to the video and to the channel. Thank you again. Really appreciate you all. See you next time.